Episode 3? So soon? Yeah, I mean, I'm still sitting here. Why not keep recording? But I figured if I slap this in with the other video, it'd become way too long for something. bRanN stares at his computer screen, moves the mouse around slightly, and talks about random things. So, let's do another video, and I'll just forget about it. I'll get it all prepped to release, and I'll release it like a month from now. Maybe some of these games will be out by then. So this is my wish list. There are 43 items because I have a bad habit of, hey, I'm bored. Let's go through the Steam Qway and, oh, that's interesting. Let's add it to my wish list. What? It's on sale? I don't really want it. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of things. And some things I'll probably never get. And some days I'll actually come through here and remove some stuff. But the things, interestingly enough, that I am the most interested in are the things that are not yet released. You can add them to your wish list, but you can't really play them. Just looking at some of these. Okay, let's go back up. So, Portal Revolution. This is just some mod for Portal 2? Portal 1? Portal 2. No idea when it's going to be released. It might even be free once it's out. This is definitely something I would play with you all. So it'll be exciting, I think. I've had this on my list for a long time. Added on 1/9/2021. So I don't actually know if it's ever going to come out. The fact that it has a release date at all, kind of cool. House Flipper 2. I might not play this. This is a great example of simulation games that just became really popular. A type of game I would have never thought would have been popular, but then a lot of people start playing it. And watching people play it kind of piques my interest. And then the fact that they did so well that they get to make a 2. They get to iterate on the ideas, they get to enhance things. And it doesn't always mean that it's better, but quite often it means it's going to be really cool. They get to take in all the things they learned from the first one. And so even if I don't get this, I will definitely be watching people play it, including Ask Rob from one of my previously decidedly vanilla mates. And I say mate because he's from somewhere across the pond. I'm not, obviously. Could you tell? Sea of Stars. I played the demo of this, and I released a video of that. And maybe that video comes out before this, probably, because I just am recording random things right now. I think that that's kind of interesting. Nia is going to be, I think, a really cool game. This is being worked on by someone named Aaron Guinea. And so I'm assuming the name is a play on his name. He's really authentic. He has a YouTube channel. Note to me to remember to, I'll link to it, because he does developer commentary, and they're kind of like really chill, but I think they're very fun to watch. Viewfinder is on here because I recently saw someone playing this, and it looks really interesting. It's, aside from just like I could click on this video and play it to you, but you can look up the video yourself. You're here for me, okay? You get a photo and you line it up like this, and you place it, and then it becomes a part of the environment. How they figured that out to not make it super glitchy. I don't know, but this is definitely one of those mind-bending puzzle games. And so I think that'll be really interesting. Psychological, probably an appropriate tag. The Altars, I don't know much about this. I just know I watched the trailer and it looks really interesting. Now, this could be a case of where the actual game turns out to be really dumb, but it's something to do with the idea of cloning. As you can see, these are all the same person with different personalities. I think the sheep is kind of an allusion to cloning. Chewing through the electrical, probably not great. It looks like it's beautiful. I don't really know what the gameplay is. Maybe there's more about it if I search out for it, but I kind of like to be a little more surprised. It does say resource management, so it might not end up being my cup of tea, but I'm interested. Starfield is still technically pre-release. Now, I think it's called Xbox Game Pass, which you can get for your computer at $10 a month, and I believe that will give access to this game, because I have never in my life dropped $70 on a single... Well, okay, there's an exception, but in recent days, I've never dropped $70 for a game. Here's a fun story. I don't know where I got the money from, because I was much younger. I did have a job. I played Fable, the original Fable, on Xbox, the original Xbox, and I was in love. That game, I've gone back and played it in recent times. It's not as, doesn't grab me as much as it did then, but something about it. Peak for its time, something. I loved that game, and I wanted to keep playing it. And so I bought that and the Xbox I needed to play it. So I imagine roughly a $200 game, because I didn't really use the Xbox for much else. So I've wasted my share of money, but $70 for a single game seems like a lot, even though I'd rather own this game, purchasing it outright, than pay $10 a month. Because if after 7 months this is the only game I'm playing and I'm still not done with it, then I'm starting to lose money. I'm doing installments on a game that I'll never own. But I imagine once I play it, and even if I love it and beat it, I probably won't want to play it again right away. Maybe far in the future when it's discounted and just buy it outright at that point. But this I'm really excited about because it's from a well-known company. I thought Skyrim was pretty cool. Fallout 4 I never played myself, but I've watched plenty of people play through it. I'm concerned about some of the content because I like my stuff to be family friendly. I want any kind of stuff I release to be able to be watched by anyone, including my own kids. And it is Bethesda, but we can edit around that, probably. Yeah, I'm not trying to censor it necessarily, but just make it so everyone can enjoy it. Why can't games that are this expensive and this massive just add simple filters? Like, if there's something a little adult, we'll give you the option to cut that out. Or if there's swear words, we'll give you the option to replace them with a funny cartoon sound. I feel like it wouldn't be that much effort, and it would be appreciated by many people. Like, hey, yeah, I want to buy this for my kids, but I want to make sure that they're not exposed to certain things just yet. It's an idea that no one will hear, but I said it. Unrecord. This is another very interesting one, and the main reason I'm interested in this is because it looks very realistic. And there's a reason behind it. Like, the technology has its explanations and that they're using to make this. But I feel like this is one of those things where your mind might not quite be able to tell the difference. You're going to know the difference because you're playing it. But I feel like it's going to be an experience. This is going to be one of those things that, oh wow, I've never had a game make me feel that way before. And so I'm really intrigued about this. The rest of the stuff, this looks interesting, but I'm watching someone else play it, and that'll probably get what I need from it. Forever Skies, I'm watching someone play this, but he's kind of one of those people that, no, do it this way. So maybe out of my frustration, even though I really enjoy watching him, I'll end up buying it so I can do it myself. This, honestly, I only have because it was described as a Stardew Valley type thing. Don't know if I'll ever play it, but it's on my wish list, so if it goes stupidly cheap on sale, maybe I'll buy it and take a chance. You probably saw the video where we added this. I really enjoyed Teslagrad 1, and in fact, it's been remastered, and so I have that on my computer here, and I played through it a little bit to kind of remind myself what the game's like, so I might pick this up. It looks pretty cool. I don't know why I added this. Hogwarts Legacy. I know there's a whole bunch of controversy about this, which I think is ridiculous. Don't have controversy about a game. Okay, it's a game. It's for fun. It's for playing. It's for having an experience. That's my personal opinion. I keep my politics out of this because I'm here to hang out, have fun, entertain. And if we were going to share personal political opinions and such, it'd be on a one-on-one basis, because I think that's the appropriate setting for it, for the most part. I'm going to cut myself off there. But when I watch someone play this, and I'm kind of sad that he didn't continue the series, it looks, from the tiny bit I saw, really well done. But again, I would never spend $60. And I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan anyway, but the systems looked interesting. Deliver Us to Mars. I think I played, I don't know if this is a sequel or just another game in the vein of, but I played Deliver Us from Earth or Deliver Us the Moon or something, and I really liked it. And this went on sale, but it had a lot of bad reviews at the time, so I didn't pull the trigger. So that's sitting there waiting for me to make a decision. Chained Echoes looks like another cool PlayStation era RPG that'd be really interesting. So it's sitting there until I feel like I have time for an RPG. I didn't mean to go through all these one by one, but we're here. Let's keep hanging out. Tactics Ogre is a really pretty looking game. I did not play the original. I did play Final Fantasy Tactics like mad for the PlayStation. This is a similar vein. This was very popular. The depth of this might even be more, so that should honestly scare me away from it a little bit. But the fact that they remastered it, I think, is really cool. So it's on here in case ever it gets really cheap. Anything else standing out? A lot of stuff that just looked interesting at the time, so I added it, and it'll go on sale, and I'll make a decision again there. Nanotale, my desire to someday improve my typing. Maybe a game will make it happen. Yeah, maybe. 4D toys, just a concept I really would love to explore, but I don't have VR. And if I do get VR, I don't know if I'd even be able to hook to my computer, but One Shot. I heard this game's an experience, that's why it's here. Tabletop Simulator's only here because I thought I might want to use this as an actual tool, but I feel like the depth that I'd have to get into to use it as a tool, I'd be better just prototyping things in person. So that will probably sit there for a while. But that is my wish list, ever growing, and I do try to shrink it. Here's the fun thing. How big is your wish list? Do you have 43 items like me? Do you have way more? How do you manage it? If you have more than me, how in the world? sometimes if I get the itch to buy stuff, this is really what I do. Here, discount. Okay, 20% off. Pretty good. I'm going away on a little vacation this weekend, so I wouldn't have the time I need to play this. But this game looks pretty interesting. Subnautica in the sky is what I've heard. Alright. 15-minute video for just talking about what's on my screen. Do you enjoy these? I could do stuff like this more often. Random. I'm thinking of the word. I think it's meandering, but that might be the wrong word. Just random talking. Talk with bRanN. bRanN Talks. Something like that, except it's not a podcast because there's actual video. Maybe I'll do some more of those too. I don't know. You tell me what you like, and I'm not your dancing monkey, so maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. But at least I'll know. How do you end these?